بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له. أشهد أن نبينا محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. أما بعد، أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا. Welcome, my brothers in Islam, to lesson 119 of Arabiyyah to Bayna Yadayk, book 1, part 1 of the new version. وقفنا عند الصفحة الستين. We stopped at the 60th page. عند السطر السابع من الأسفل, at the 7th line from the bottom. وماذا تريد للمطبخ؟ وماذا تريد للمطبخ? And what do you want for the kitchen? So li means for, and للمطبخ for the kitchen. والأصل and the root is مطبخ. So when you learn this word kitchen, you have to learn it as مطبخ, because you always learn by root. Without al, without preposition. So li goes and the second lam goes as well. So matbahun, this is the nakiratun form. The nakiratun form, the indefinite form. So, or you can say nakiratun is indefinite noun. Al-matbahu, this is the definite noun. It's called ma'rifatun, because I added al. It's now specific. The kitchen. It's one specific kitchen out of all the kitchens. Al-matbakhu. Uridu al-matbakha. I want the kitchen, meaning a specific one. It's not general anymore. So al-matbakhu is the definite noun. It's called ma'rifatun. Lil-matbakhi means for the kitchen. Okay, what happened here? Something is being deleted. حذف حرف. A letter is deleted. حذف حرف. أي حرف حذف? Which letter is deleted? فحذفت همزة الوصل. The weak hamza is being deleted. As you can see, المطبخ, we have two letters before the mim, and that is the همزة الوصل and the lam. Okay, so when we add the li, what means for, we should normally get three letters before the mim. That is the lam, hamzatul wasli, another lam. But we only see two lams. So where is the alif? Not the alif. It looks like an alif, but the hamzatul wasli, the weak hamza between the two lams, is deleted. Hudifat. بسبب, because of دخول لام الجر عليها, because of the entering of لام الجر, what is حرف جر, what is the preposition on it. So always what do you want for lunch? ماذا تريد للغداء? It's normally الغداء. So when you add a lam before, what means for, you drop the weak hamza, you get two lams next to each other. Even يعني نعم. بخلاف, unlike, بخلاف دخول الباء عليها, unlike the entering of الباء on it, on the noun. And الباء is also a preposition, حرف جر. So when you add the ba to a noun, will the weak hamza being deleted as well? Is the weak hamza being deleted as well? هل نحذف همزة الوصل? Do we delete the همزة الوصل عند دخول باء الجر عليها? الجواب لا. We don't delete the weak hamza when you add the ba to it. For example, سأسافر, I will travel. Sa's future tense. Because أسافر, I travel, meaning now. سأسافر, I will travel, future tense. للمستقبل, for the future. سأسافر بالسيارة. سأسافر بالسيارة. I will travel. B means with. شاي بالحليب, tea with milk. شاي بالسكر, tea with sugar. B is a حرف جر, preposition. As you can see, it gives a kasra to the اسم المجرور. But what I want to mention here is that the weak hamza is still here. Okay, you have attached the B, the حرف جر B to the hamzatul wasli. Okay, so nothing is gone. Normally it's what? السيارة, the car, without the weak hamza, without the ba'ul jar. السيارة with the dhamma. So you just attach the حرف جر to the hamzatul wasli, and you don't remove this weak hamza as you have done with lil. نعم. لا درس. نعم. جمع مطبخ, the plural of kitchen is مطابخ, kitchens. بعض البيوت, some of the houses, it's actually some houses. بعض البيوت فيها مطبخ واحد, وبعض البيوت فيها مطبخان. في كل دور مطبخ. Some houses have two kitchens. At each level, or in each level or floor, there is a kitchen. بعض البيوت فيها مطبخان. في كل دور أو في كل طابق مطبخ. وبعض البيوت الكبيرة, and some big houses, بعض البيوت الكبيرة الواسعة, that are wide, فيها مطابخ, in them are kitchens. نعم, اللهم بارك. إذن مطابخ are kitchens, 3 or more, because مطبخان are 2 kitchens. ومطابخ مثل, like what? مساجد, ممنوع من الصرف. نعم. I've mentioned ولام الجر مكسورة, but this is something what is obvious. لام الجر, the lam of حرف جر, has a kasra. Okay. ماذا تريد للمطبخ? What do you want for Khalid? ماذا تريد لخالد? The lam has a kasra. نعم. وكلمة, the word مطبخ, مطبخ, what means kitchen, مرتبطة is related to, مرتبطة بالفعل, it's related to the verb. I know in the Arabs they say it's related with, but in English they say related to. مرتبطة بالفعل, with the verb. طبخ خالد طعاما. Khalid cooked food. Aha. So مطبخ comes from the verb طبخ, he cooked. Aha. How many letters of طبخ do you find in the word مطبخ? All 3 letters. مطبخ, the ta is in مطبخ, the ba and the kha. مطبخ. It's just a meme. It's just a meme before the ta. So you see how close they are linked to each other. طبخ, طبخت, I cooked. طبخت أرزا, I cooked rice. All these words, they have 2 fatha because they are an object. Okay, there's 2 fatha here above the zai, above the shadda. تنوين النصب, 2 fatha above the zai. Why is 2 fatha above the meme? Because it's the what question plus the verb. طبخ, he cooked. What did he cook? طعاما. طبخت, I cooked. What did I cook? رزا. So طبخ يطبخ, يطبخ خالد الآن. Khalid is cooking now. مضارع, فعل مضارع, present tense. أطبخ, cook. أطبخ, cook. أطبخي, you feminine, cook. اطبخي من فضلك. Cook please. طبخا, cooking. أنا أحب الطبخ. I love or I like cooking. أنا أحب الطبخ. Why don't I say I love the cooking? Because although you have to use L, it's not been translated in English as L here. Not every L is translated as the. Okay, why don't we just say أحب طبخا? It sounds strange to say أحب طبخا because it means I love a cooking. So you have to make it definite to be honest. أحب الطبخ, I love cooking. أحب السفر with L, I love traveling. أحب القراءة, I love reading. What if I just say أحب قراءة without L? It means like I love a reading. Which reading do you love? It's just like I love a house. Which house? It's just like a certain house you have in your mind. Okay? أحب قراءة, I love a writing. Which writing are you talking about? Okay, so sometimes deleting the L gives you a trouble. فهو طابخ, so he is, like you know, the ism fa'il has two meanings. He's the cooker and he's cooking. أين خالد? خالد طابخ. Khalid is cooking. Okay. أو أين طابخ هذا الطعام? Where is the cooker of this food? والمهنة, and the profession. مهنة is profession. So I can cook once, I can cook twice, but I'm not a chef. So when it becomes your job, because مهنة is profession, then you're what? You're a chef, and chef is طباخ. خالد طباخ في المطعم. Khalid is a chef in the restaurant. مطعم is restaurant with a ta stick. والمفعول, the اسم مفعول. I give you a sentence where you can use this word, the اسم مفعول. الأرز, the rice is cooked. مطبوخ. الطعام مطبوخ, the food is cooked. اللحم, لحم is meat, so the meat. اللحم مطبوخ, the meat is cooked. فائدة. Okay. وماذا تريد للمطبخ, and what do you want for the kitchen? كيف تقول, how do you say, and what do you want to buy for the kitchen? We're going to change the sentence a bit. سنغير الجملة قليلا. سنغير, we will change الجملة, the sentence, قليلا, a bit. كيف تقول, how do you say, and what do you want to buy for the kitchen? What do you want to buy for the kitchen? ماذا تريد, what do you want? And between two verbs you have an, what means to. What do you want to buy? ماذا تريد أن تشتري becomes now أن تشتري, because أن gives a fatha to the present tense verb. وماذا تريد أن تشتري للمطبخ? Okay, what do you want to buy for the kitchen? وللمؤنث, for the feminine form. ماذا تريدين, what do you want, feminine. أن تشتري للمطبخ. ماذا تريدين, what do you want, feminine. أن تشتري, to buy, للمطبخ. You feminine buys تشترين. So when n enters upon a female present tense verb, what has by default a noon. تأكلين, you eat. تذهبين, you feminine go. تكتبين, you feminine write. So what happens with the noon? You just drop the noon. You don't give a fatha. Okay? This with all the 5 present tense verbs that have a noon at the end. Okay? Like تشترين, تشتريان, يشتريان, يشترون, تشترون. They're being called الأفعال الخمسة, to the 5 verbs. With them you just drop the noon when n comes. Okay? نعم. That is later on inshallah in the green book. أريد فرنا وثلاجة. The lamb has a shadda, my brothers in Islam, of ثلاجة. So you can add the lamb, but it's not a must to put shekel. It's just luxury. So أريد فرنا وثلاجة. I want an oven and a fridge. So فرن, my brothers in Islam, هو الأصل. It's normally فرن. فرن is an oven. Or with el forno, the oven. Okay, it has multiple meanings. We will come across that inshallah. الجمع أفران, ovens. Okay, أفران, ovens. So fornon is an oven, fornon is a cooker, fornon is also a stove. Okay, it's not just what you find in the picture, it's all of that. All of that is fornon. Depending on the context, بحسب السياق, it's all included, all these meanings. Stove, a cooker, an oven. وأما, and as for microwave, okay, as for microwave, my brothers in Islam, what is a lot used these days by many people, the one we have in the picture looks a bit like a microwave. It might be an old type of oven, but just for sure, I just want to share this meaning with you. Microwave, فمعناه, its meaning is فرن موجي. فرن موجي. فرن is oven. فرن موجي. موجي, my brothers in Islam, is a na'tun, is an adjective of fornon. That's why you have the ya. Okay, in many occasions you get the ya to make it an adjective, a na'tun, a sifatun. So when you drop the ya, you get the word mojun. And mojun or mojiyun, first of all, means wavy. Wavy, mojiyun is wavy. It comes from the word mojun. Like I said, you drop the ya to make it not an adjective. Mojun. Mojun is a wave. وكلمة موج, the word موج, مذكورة 6 مرات, is mentioned 6 times في القرآن الكريم, in the noble Quran. والجمع أمواج, waves. Okay. الأمواج اليوم عالية. The waves are today high. الأمواج, the waves, plural of موج. الأمواج اليوم, اليوم means today. عالية, are high. السباحة خطيرة اليوم. Swimming is dangerous today. لأن الأمواج, لأن means because, and the noun gets a فتحة. لأن الأمواج عالية اليوم. قد يغرق الإنسان. قد يغرق الإنسان. The human might or can drown. بسبب الأمواج, because of the waves. Another word, كلمة أخرى, وهي عربية وغير عربية. It's an Arabic word and also a non-Arabic word. Some of the languages of the Muslim nations, they might have this word as well. I think so. There's the word tannorun. Okay, tannorun. The Urdu speaking people, they might know this. Tannorun. وأما التنور, without al, it's تنور. الجمع تنانير. فهو مرادف للفرن. فهو مرادف للفرن. It's similar in the meaning to the word فرن. So تنور means also an oven. Okay, does it mean a stove? No, not a stove where you put the, the pots on and the pan to cook. No, tanurun is specifically for an oven. Okay. وهو الذي تجد في الصحيحين, and that is the one, يعني this word that you find, تجد, that you find في الصحيحين, البخاري Muslim, the word tanurun, وغيرهما, and other than them too. بدلا من, بدلا من means instead of, and min has a sukun. بدلا من الفرن, instead of الفرن. So if you go to Sahih al-Bukhari Muslim, you find the word تنور. Alhamdulillah, still used today, لكنه يطلق اليوم, but it's named today, or it's used in naming today على الفرن التقليدي, for the traditional oven. تقليدي means traditional. Okay, so when you have a traditional oven, my brothers in Islam, المصنوع من الطين, that is been made of clay. طين is clay. مصنوع means made. مصنوع من, made of. Okay, so the oven that is made out of clay that you have in the villages in the Muslim countries, whether it's buried in the ground or it's made like I think you call it igloo. I don't know if I say it properly, in the North Pole or the South Pole, where you have these houses, they are like round, out of ice. So this is the form normally of a tannoor. You will find them in the countrysides until this day, and they heat them up with wood, with hay, with leaves of the tree. This is called tannoor until today. Nah, my brothers in Islam. طيب. And fornon is more used for a more modern type of oven today, but they cross each other. You can point to a brand new oven of 2019. You say هذا تنور. Okay, هذا تنور جديد. Okay, you can point to the clay one and you say fornon. Okay, هذا فرن, هذا الفرن لجدتي. This oven is of my grandmother. Okay, or you just say هذا فرن تقليدي. This is a traditional oven. Anyway, على كل حال means anyway. نذهب إلى كلمة, we go to the word ثلاجة. I'm not sure what this shadda is doing here at the alif. The shadda should be on the lam, because the alif is to lengthen and to stretch the fatha of the lam. So the alif has only a sukun shakl. يعني the alif cannot accept any harakat. Okay, the only shakl that the alif accepts is a sukun, and the people don't write normally the sukun in the alif, but this is what it has. Okay, so a shadda can only be on the lam, not on the alif. So how about we find, for example, ibnun, we find a stick with the kasra. I told you before that's not the alif, it's hamzatul wasli. Ibnun. Undur, the word undur, look on top of the page. This is hamzatul wasli, because the alif can never come in the beginning of the word. Okay. Anyway, I have discussed this before. ثلاجة with the shadda, بالشدة على اللام, بالشدة على اللام, or you can say باللام المشددة. I don't know why it's here again. Strange. باللام المشددة means with the lam that has a shadda. طيب. وهو منصوب هنا. What means وهو منصوب هنا? It has a fatha here. Why it's فرنا وثلاجة? فرنا is مفعول به, object, because I want what? فرنا. What's ثلاجة منصوب هنا? لأنه معطوف, because it's connected. يعني what comes after the waw follows the حركة of before the waw. It's called معطوف. Okay, and معطوف عليه, that's the word فرن. That's what is connected to. It's connected to. والجمع ثلاجات. I think that the shadda comes automatically on the alif instead of the lam when putting the harakat. But I don't want to accuse the program. It might be a mistake of myself, but if you have the same problem, then it's maybe a typing by default like that. الجمع ثلاجات بالشدة على اللام. ثلاجات. If you say to any Arab ثلاجات without shadda. ثلاجات. It sounds very, very strange. Inshallah, you will be corrected straight away. It's ثلاجات. شدة على اللام. Okay? In some now as you can see the shadda's not here in the book. Oh, it's in the book in the next page, but as you can see the shadda's also there on the alif instead on the lam. So I think it's by default it's been printed like that. Second line of the vocabulary on the left side. طيب. ثلاجة is a fridge, and some call it refrigerator. Okay. فائدة, a benefit. As for freezer, you know, some people they have Allah Mubarak, a separate freezer. I think some of them are called chest freezers. A separate freezer, like in the big restaurants. Actually, in the restaurants they have a whole room, a whole fridge room. Allah Mubarak. But let's say in some of the houses with the big families, they have a separate freezer and they have a fridge next to it or far from it. As for freezer, my brothers in Islam, معناه مجمد. مجمد. مجمد is literally a freezer. Okay. جمد, he froze. جمدت الطعام. جمد. جمدت اللحم. خالد جمد الطعام. He froze the food. في المجمد, in the freezer. جمد يجمد, he's freezing. جمد, freeze. جمد الطعام الآن, freeze the food now. تمجيدا. تجميدا, عفوا, تجميدا. فهو مجمد. He's the freezer, the one that is freezing. So also the freezer itself, the appliance. It's called مجمد. As for مجمد, as اسم مفعول, the last form, it means frozen. الطعام مجمد. The food is frozen. اللحم مجمد. The meat is frozen. Okay. طعام مجمد. Frozen food. لحم مجمد. Frozen meat. وللأسف. يعني للأسف I want you to check the meaning of this word. للأسف. للأسف. They call it unfortunately. That's what it means, but I'm not sure if it's allowed to say unfortunately in the Islam. Everything's with qadar, unfortunately. But I don't want to, you know, give you not based doubts that are, you know, I have to research, because I just heard this advice and I have to research if you can say unfortunately. Allahu alam. على كل حال, للأسف means unfortunately. للأسف, you can say that in Arabic. It's just the English meaning that might have a problem. Do you know what I mean? خالد ما حضر. Khalid didn't attend للأسف, unfortunately. I mean the Arabic meaning, there's no problem with للأسف. للأسف لا أذهب إلى الحج هذه السنة. للأسف لا أذهب إلى الحج هذه السنة. Unfortunately, I'm not going to the Hajj this year. Anyway, للأسف, I will not translate it in English. يسمي البعض, some of the people they call or they name المجمدة, they call the freezer this word. They give it this word, freezer. Freezer. And this is something what is what I hate to hear. Like سأذهب بالباص, I will go with the bus. أخي بالحافلة, what's the problem? You learn the Arabic language, why are you changing it for an English word? تنبيه, a remark. Let me see if there is still time, inshallah. I think I will stop here inshallah. طيب, I will continue inshallah. This finishes off. تنبيه, remark. الثلاجة التي تشتمل على مجمد. So الثلاجة, the fridge. Talk about normal fridge. Okay. التي تشتمل, that contains. تشتمل goes with على. You cannot translate على in English. The fridge that contains a freezer, a freezing part. ذات بابين, that has two doors. So a big door and then a small door for the freezer part. تسمى is being called ثلاجة أيضا. It's also called a ثلاجة. Clear? So sometimes you might get stuck. Should I call it مجمد because it has a freezer, or should I call it ثلاجة because it has a fridge? And normally the fridge part is bigger than the freezer part. These types where you have two doors are also called ثلاجة, although they have a مجمد part. So when you tell your son to put the food in the freezer, in the freezer part, you just tell him ضع الطعام في المجمد. Put the food in the مجمد. Until then, inshallah, until the next class, inshallah. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.